Been a minute, I think. I don't remember the last time I was live. I think now we're officially live. Alright, let's get the tripod ready. Okay, tripod ready. We're going to shrink it down. Okay. Now we're moving to the boat. Hopefully I'll be able to see chat. What is this button? Oh. Yeah. Not doing that. Okay, to the boat. Actually, not to the boat. All of my stuff's inside. So we're going. I gotta get my stuff from in the house. Alright, I'm also going to make sure chat works since I do have my computer right here. Before I go out there and do anything. Yep, we got a bunch of tournament stuff to do today. I guess basically just getting the boat ready. I don't think I've done one of these lives in a minute. Okay. If you're in chat, go ahead and send a chat. I'm basically just trying to test out chat right now because sometimes it just doesn't work. So, trying it out on my computer. Dang, where'd 9 people come from? Let's see. Okay, chat's working. So we're closing that. And we got a bunch of stuff. Just got these from Amazon like yesterday. Welcome in, Max. Appreciate you for stopping by. We got these. We got a whole new graph we got to put on the boat, and I got some stuff from Walmart. I'll dump it out real quick. It's basically all terminal tackle. These are not the crankbaits I thought I ordered either. I thought these were like BFS crankbaits. They're just like full-size crankbaits. This one's smaller. I thought they were all the same size too, so probably should have paid attention. I got 2 of those, but everything's going in here, and we're gonna head out to the boat. Got some of that. We got a couple packs of jig heads, and some good old hooks. Okay, we're heading to the boat now. So look at this too. Hey, welcome in the Real Outdoors, Georgia. Appreciate you for stopping by. Look at this. I got this stuff from my granddad. We got some Plano KVD stuff. I guess he just didn't use it, but I'm about to put this to use like right now. I'm gonna make them like, they're probably the big one, like a day bag. Just a bunch of stuff that I want to know where it's at during the tournament. But going to the boat now. I probably should have checked the audio when I worked on my computer, because that's an issue sometimes. If you can hear me, let me know. Okay, I'm going to put y'all on the tripod real quick. Never remember which part's the front. Oh, yeah, that is wrong. There we go, on the tripod. Now we're going to go out to the boat. It's a little hot out here, but we got plenty of wind, so it should be fine. Yeah, here's the boat. I do speak English. Appreciate you for stopping by. Augustine. I usually do a live stream every time I do this. I don't even know if I did it for the last two. I do not speak Spanish. I didn't have a very good Spanish teacher. Okay. Got the tripod shrink down a little bit. So y'all can actually see me. Okay, that's not great. Let's go a little more. Can I turn this to where it's like... I can't really get that out of my way. Okay, there we go. Got it pretty good there. Man, it's hot out here. The wind kind of just completely died in this spot. It's really weird. Background noise shouldn't be too bad because of my mic, but I really don't know. You're gonna have to let me know. Hey, welcome in Chasing Bass. Finally somebody I recognize that might stay. We'll see. But what do you think about these KVD bags? I never knew these existed, and I didn't even realize my grand dropped these off for me yesterday. I don't actually know what they're for exactly, but they're kind of just there. Got some nice poison in there. Just cleaning my room, nice. I'll just show you. My boat is in very bad shape, organization-wise, and that is the task today. I guess it's the task most of the time when I do this. Those bags actually might help. So, soft bait bags. That's what I'm mainly going to use them for. This is my soft bait compartment. It is very disorganized, and that's the main task. The hard baits thing isn't really that bad because I don't have all that many hard baits, so, or they're also just all in boxes, which are they're a lot easier to organize. So, yeah, I don't even know what this is. This has everything in it. We got ripping rods jigs, we got Ned rigs. This is that one bait that's missing from there, it's the only Ned rig bait I've ever caught a fish on. Some random spinners that I'm not taking. Those go in my truck. That's trash. We got some 40 baits flukes. We got some Zoom flukes. We got some 6 cents Ned fries. These are like 30 years old. I've had these for a long time. We got some more 40 baits flukes. I guess it's like all flukes. Oh, I'm glad I found these. We got some 40 baits ripple craws. We're gonna need those this weekend. Some 40 baits drop shot worms. An empty bag of hooks. I'm glad I found these. I just bought more these today. Got some circle hooks. Those don't go in the boat. Some 30-pound mono. This came out of my truck. This was a bunch of random stuff. Yeah, there's more circle hooks. Another ripping rods jig. Some more hooks. I just bought a pack of 2-aught hooks and I just found 2 more. So a bunch of random stuff right here. 6 cent spinner bait. More circle hooks. Why do I have so many circle hooks? Bag of bluegill soft plastics I've been looking for a while. It was for catfish and I literally used it one time. Like, look how full that spool is. I only ever spooled up one spinning reel with it. And then I think I only ever used it for one trip and I didn't catch anything. I actually snapped that rod. Yep, not bass fishing, but I was using a bass fishing rod. I was throwing, I think it was a 1, or it might have been a 2-ounce weight, and it'd go well on a bass spinning rod, apparently. Thankfully, Cast King sends like double tips for the Varus rod, so didn't have to get a replacement. Welcome in, Caleb. Appreciate you for stopping by. There's more trash. A singular jig head. This is one of those suspending lipless crankbaits that was like all over Whatnot. It looks pretty good, honestly. It worked alright the one time I threw it, but apparently it's suspending, so I might actually have to tie that on and give it a shot. It looks good. Oh, there's the clips for my Cast King pliers that I'll probably never use. Trash. Some crappie soft plastics from a Mr. Tackle box that from like 2 years ago. That goes in my truck. A bunch of Ned rigs from when I tried to start my own bait company with a buddy of mine. We designed our own Ned rig, which is funny because up to that point we had never thrown a Ned rig before. Yep, getting ready for PK. We're leaving early in the morning. Gotta find 2 days worth of fish. A pair of pliers that needs to stay in my truck since I lost my other 4. A GoPro user manual. This is really something. That's nice, but it's going in the trash, and I don't even have GoPros anymore. There's just some stuff from my cast net. Yep, PK, Possum Kingdom. That's the lake name. Not sure why, but it is. Some little bluegill grasshopper baits. These aren't even mine. These are my buddy Sam's, and I think there's probably a few things in here that it is. A Cast King ruler that came with a scale. I don't even know what to do with it tonight. I'll probably figure something out. Trash. Bullet weights. I might have to keep these. Yeah, I don't even... I'm not sure who gets to decide what to name lakes. It's really odd sometimes. Really confusing. Okay, that's everything I need out of there. I'm glad I found these bullet weights just in case I run out of my tungsten. That's what I've kind of heard, but I have never seen a single one while I've fished that lake. And I've been fishing that lake for 3 years. I think it's the closest lake on my schedule this year. This is my boat, my truck box. Everything that goes in my truck goes back in here. Hey, welcome in, Rippin' Rods. I don't know how I missed that. It's so dang bright out here. It's really kind of annoying. It wasn't like this morning. Oh shoot, I forgot my chatterbaits. My $8 Evo chatterbaits. Local tackle shop is kind of crazy with how cheap their Evo chatterbaits are. Where is that coming from? Oh, that's attached to my rod. That's nice. Okay. I don't even know why that box was in my boat, but now we got a bunch of stuff. Haven't been fishing in like 3 days. Dang. I went fishing on Tuesday. That was the last day I went. Then I had to work yesterday because I'm not going to be able to work the rest of the week. I might collapse. I'm going to be out tomorrow for practice, then it's a 2-day tournament, so... Well, there shouldn't... I don't have a ton of rigging up to do, because most of my rods are rigged up from Tuesday, and I took the boat out, and they really don't need to be unrigged. What do you do for work? I work at a shooting range. With some hours that might blow you all away. But we got, of course we had to get a few things. Always got to make a pre-tournament haul. Well, this one's pretty small actually. Mainly because my 40 baits high school tourney, yep, regionals. But it's pretty small mainly because my 40 baits order ended up not coming until tomorrow, of course. It's always one day off. I accidentally got, I lost so many lures at PK. Oh yeah, we did last week too. I know. I looked saw your post and it looked like we were fishing pretty similar areas. Bunch of sticks. But I accidentally got 2 full-size square bills. I thought these were BFS square bills. But they're not. Got them off of Amazon. And then I ended up getting one that was smaller. I thought they were all 3 the same size, but apparently not. But I am excited about this one. But this one I will tie that one on. And then we got crankbaits. Yep, I mean, if you see my fish brain post, I've been catching them all on crankbaits. Then we got some paddle tail hooks. I don't really have a great rod to throw paddle tails on. I have one okay one. I really need to get a little more stout rod for that. Gotta get some of the scoping jig heads. I'm not great at scoping, but I could try. And then just some 2-aught hooks for drop shot worms. Not bad. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out. I need a Sharpie because I gotta relabel all these. All the labels are coming off of these, so I gotta relabel all of these. This is my stick bait bag. I'm going to look through here and make sure there aren't some that I can get rid of, or that I don't need in here, because that's not even a stick bait. Yeah, I know a lot of scoping is easy once you can tell what a bass looks like, for sure. That's what ended up happening during practice. We pre-fished on Sunday, and I'm not good at like going out deep. And scoping, I'm pretty good at like shallow scoping with a minnow, or like, I don't really have that much luck on worms, shallow scoping, but yeah, at the end of the day, you just gotta get them to bite. The bait of the day was a micro crankbait. I lost like a 2.5 and a 4-pounder. I had the 4-pounder in my hands, and the crankbait popped out. I had to, because of course I pulled the line, and when I did that, it popped out because of those tiny hooks, and I got lucky because the bill went right there. Got wedged in between my fingers. So it doesn't get luckier than that. But they just weren't on the bottom. Once I finally started scoping, I realized that. And that crankbait only dove like a foot. So is the wind too bad? What's up? Hey, welcome in, Caden. Appreciate you for stopping by. It's gonna be hot out there at PK for your tournament. Oh yeah, hot in a lot of boats, because they're also having the THSBA tournament out there. Oh, these were in the boat already. So I don't want any of these in this bag. These can all stay. I got some of the OG 40 bait Senkos. There's like a broken one in here, or a couple. We're gonna get those out. You can still get this color too. I think it's called Electric Chicken. It's like yellow with pink. This one's really faded, so it's mostly pink. I think it's like an older Blastusol. This is several years old. I've been alright, Caden. How are you? All good, chasing bass. Appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. First day, I'm just gonna try and catch 5. Because I don't think it'll be too hard to catch 5 the first day, but the second day is when people are gonna start struggling. I still got some Ash Fishing Senkos. Some Stellar Custom Bait Senkos. That was my OG sponsor right there. Some June Bug. Some more Ash Fishing Senkos. Just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Is that what that says? Yep. Yep. I don't even know what these even are. These came with my boat. Super old packaging. Those are net rigs. They need to go in here. Then we got another pack of Stellar Custom Baits. Stellar Custom Baits had some really good looking colors. I'm gonna dump all the leaves and stuff out of this pack. Okay, now we can put everything back in. Add a Q&A sticker. Shad spawn's gonna happen, do you think? I mean, early morning for sure. I think it's supposed to be cloudy. If it's cloudy, it'll last longer, but shad only spawn at night, so that's what makes it tough. But I do think, for the most part, they will still be keyed in on shad from Afghanistan. Appreciate you for stopping by, Arthur. But yeah, usually shad spawn's going on. Shad spawn lasts for a while, so it should be going on this weekend. Should be going on next weekend too. It lasts a pretty dang long time. These go in here. I forgot my Elite Evo chatterbaits. They're in my room. That I got for $8. Which is kind of crazy for an Elite Evo chatterbait. But what we're going to use this KVD bag for, which my granddad gave me, this is, we're going to, all the stuff that I got specifically for this tournament, I'm putting in here. Actually, I'm tying that off, leave it alone. So I know where it's at. Sort of like a day box. But my day box needs to be cleaned out pretty bad too. But, yep, that's where all that's going to go. Oh, here's more sinkholes. 6-inch chatterbait. That suck. Have you tried them? I haven't. I don't think it's nothing special, so I'm not really jumping on it. Because, I mean, I don't notice anything special about it. It's not cheap, and it looks like a regular chatterbait. So, I'm super picky about chatterbaits. I would love to use the jackhammer all the time, but that's just too expensive. So the Elite Evo is my confidence chatterbait, just because I've caught so many fish on it. I do really like the 40 baits one, I just haven't used it all that much. My screen brightness always goes down in the sun, and it's really annoying. Evo is so much better. The jigsaw stops moving as soon as it hits any type of cover. Yeah, I mean, it's 6 cents, so it got hyped up quite a bit. I'm gonna be completely honest, I completely forgot it existed until you said that. And I wasn't even excited for it when I figured out it was like $10. Even the original chatterbaits they were $6.24 when I went to Walmart today. So the 40 baits chatterbait's officially cheaper than that. Plus you can use my discount code to get 20% off the website, and that usually covers shipping. So gotta get you some Alabama craw ripple craws. Also some Alabama craw flukes. I've had these things for a while. And there's also white flukes. The Hags one isn't bad. It really isn't. I do really like that one. I kind of forgot about that too, but I've caught quite a few on the Hags one also. I kind of forgot it was a pretty cheap one, depending on where you get it. I think Tackle Warehouse is the cheapest place to get that one. But it's definitely a good one. I don't even use the original chatterbait anymore. It's not, when you kind of look at it, it's not really that good. I'm definitely going to take the Hags one over it. Okay, we got the Senko bag. It's all good. Yo, welcome in, Anyfin. Appreciate you for stopping by. My phone brightness is doing whatever the heck it wants, and I can't turn it up anymore, so I can hardly see my screen, but we've got a lot of stuff to organize. These are straight tail worms, which apparently means Ned rigs too. This one doesn't need that much organizing. I go through this one quite a bit. I need to throw that. That'll probably be good this weekend in that clearer water. Man, I'm excited because I think I can catch them on a square bill, at least the first day. Okay, that's good because half the time it doesn't work at all. Okay, so this KVD bag my granddad gave me is going to be my day bag. So basically, all the stuff I know I'm going to want for my tournament, I don't want to have to go digging for it. So we got a couple crankbaits and hooks in there, and we're going to put these 40 baits craws in there because that's just my favorite color, craw. And then, did I put the hooks in here? I think I did. Okay, yeah, I did. Now, I need to find a pack of these worms. Oh, also these paddle tails. I know I'm going to lose them. I need these. I bought the hook specifically for these paddle tails so I can throw them under the backs of docks. I got these Z-Man dice. I have not caught a fish on it, and I've only thrown it once. And these 4 baits cost like $11. I'm gonna try them at the spot I'm gonna start at tomorrow, but I'm not gonna throw them that long. That's trash. I just need 1 pack of these 40 baits worms. Actually, they should be in this bag. I know I have a ton of these packs of worms. I think like the last 4 40 baits orders, big fan of Z-Man. They're definitely good. I mean, they're the maker, or they're basically the owner of the chatterbait, and chatterbait catches fish, so. And I think that is the cheapest fuzzy dice option. What are you gonna throw at PK? Everything. I'm gonna start with a square bill, this little square bill. It's a 1 inch. That's what it says. It's definitely bigger than 1 inch. It's like 1.25 inches. I'm going to start with that. A minnow, which is what I caught him on last time I was there. And a shaky head of some kind. Always a drop shot. Can't ever fish PK without a drop shot. They always need a drop shot at PK. And I will stand on that the rest of my life. I'm excited though. I'm just going to have to go around a lot and move real quick tomorrow since we're not going to have much practice, and we didn't discover anything significant last week. Okay, I need to pack these worms. I know where there is some. I know I'll find some as I dig around in there, but there's some in here too. Everything gets tossed in here. We got a GoPro in there. We got a scale and pliers and power bank and paddle tails. I know there's a pack of these worms down here at the bottom. Well, there's a lot of stuff sitting down here at the bottom. Wow. A lot of stuff that I need. I'm going to have a big minnow and a little minnow. I have my best luck on little minnows, but we got to catch big ones for the tournament. Mainly focusing on big ones for bait too. I guess our worms are in it. I know I saw them during when we practiced last week. I have like 4 packs of these at least. The fun part is just always having to find them. Well, there's my other big giant panorama. I guess I threw him in that bag. Big old panorama in there. You fish any beds? Nope. I did not fish any beds. All the fish I caught were suspended over trees. Or I guess not all of them. Well, the ones I landed. But my biggest ones came on that micro square bill. They were just all kind of roaming. There shouldn't be very many left on beds this weekend. But weather has been pretty dang weird. I wonder what's left in this 40 baits bag from an order from a long time ago. Now here's one of the crankbaits I'm talking about. I hooked them all on. Not this exact color, but it's this little 40 baits crankbait. That's my leg now. It's super tiny. Like, that's it on my finger. The hooks just are a little on the small side, so I'm probably gonna order some hooks And because those are only $3 for those crankbaits, I'm probably gonna buy a few and switch out the hooks on them for something a little bigger. I got another bag. That's good enough. Oh, I forgot about this giant worm. I need that. I'm terrible at finding beds. Guys, I wouldn't say I'm terrible, but I also didn't try them. Where the heck are these worms? If all else fails, 14 inches will eat crappie jigs. I found some worms. We got the 40 bait spot worm in the margarita mutilator color, which is really more of a PB&J right now, but he is working on it. So that's going to go in the day bag, because that's always going to be there, and also this robo worm. I think that's about all I'm going to need in my day bag for sure. What's in this bag again? Hey, I was looking for these. Some of the janitors. Whole pack of hooks. Craws. Oh, I forgot about that wake bait. That thing that needs to get washed. Some Senkos that I was also looking for. And some pretty good looking flukes. And a bobber. Speaking of fish, I throw this bag away now that I've had for months. I got this bag when I got my 40 baits hoodie, which was before the winter time, so it's a very old bag. Okay, we're just gonna get all of our bags of baits right here at my feet. We got, these are straight tail worms. We have, these are creature baits. Yes, creature baits. Then we got, oh, this, don't tell me it's, oh, I thought I had another 40 baits chatterbait. I don't have any more left. And my 40 baits order won't be here till tomorrow. It's always one day late. It don't matter when they ship it out. Okay. Let's see what we got next. We have, I think, yep, these are craws. And then we got paddle tails, which is also flukes. Hey, welcome in Fishing with Andy. Appreciate you for stopping by. We're organizing the boat for the tournament this weekend. We got our Demiki rig bag, an Academy bag. That's always fun. Some 40 baits craws, some more Senkos, some Hags baits head game minnows, more 40 baits craws, smoke and tackle, those things, minnows. More of the worms I was looking for, an empty bag of bandito bugs, some fiction shads that are honestly not that great, 40 baits chunks, empty Fritside bag, dirty jigs jig heads. What the heck? I didn't know I had another pack of these. Just bought another pack of these today. We're going to put those in the day bags, and I'm going to need those. All of these heads are going in here. Yep, the dome heads. That's an empty bag. Nail weights. I have no idea what size these are. That is an issue. There's a spinnerbait. There's a 40 bait spinnerbait. Caught some at Cranberry on that. The rest of that's trash. I'm gonna have to find the other pack of these so I know how big these ones are. They're deep, whatever the other ones aren't. Do you ever use inline spinners for bass? Not during tournaments. I'll fish from the bank with like rooster tails and stuff like that, and catch bass on them, really on for whatever bites. There's my bag of crappie stuff. You can go over there. And then we got some curly toe worms. Now this is just a bunch of stuff that doesn't have a spot, so this is basically a miscellaneous bag. Basically, if I don't have enough of one thing, then they go in here. Here's another bag of stuff. It's like shopping for tackle, except I already own all of it. We got a whole deal of line. Do I have a spool of line down in here? No. This line's attached to something in this bag. Okay, there's a lot of line in this bag going everywhere. We got what's this? We got a kit crankbait. What boat do you have? I have a Skeeter. 2007 Skeeter. A few things of fishing line that don't have much left. I'll need this one. Next to that one. There's another one. That is 12 pounds. I'll definitely need that one. And we have a 40 bait crankbait. That's in their signature 4D color. We have a Yozuri crankbait that is okay. I mean, it was $10, which is pretty cheap for a dirt bait. And I did catch one whole fish on it during practice at Squaw Creek. It's a deeper diver. And then we got a pack of 2/0 hooks again. I keep buying more and more of those. Looks like we have a jig. Oh, we got an old jig. And the rest of the bag is trash. And now everything's going in this pile. Oh yeah, we got some big old darts. Or not darts, what are these? Dangle minnows. Guggen dangle minnows have just been, they've just been working for me. It's been my best minnow baits. That's what I caught them on a PK last week, even on my home lake, which nobody catches fish on minnows there. Okay. Oh, these right here going in my day bag. I was really hoping I had more of those, and I do, which is nice. Hardy minnow, what I caught my first smallmouth on. Bought some after I watched Ben Milliken catching smallmouth on them. And then I caught a smallmouth in Texas. Everything is just going to this pile. Okay. Maybe I'll use panoramas someday. I keep buying them, and I never use them. I mean, I use them for a little bit, and then nothing eats them. They seem to be only good for scoping fish, or if you can, like, see them. Empty bags of stuff down in here. Yeah, I think there's one juggle minnow in this bag. Yep. Really should have bought more when I was at Walmart. I do like juggle minnows. But I do have the dangle minnow from Guggen, which is pretty similar. Ooh, yeah. I like those worms right there. Another pack of the worms I was looking for. Some more 40 bait flukes, 40 bait Senkos, 40 bait worms, another one pack of 40 bait flukes, a GoPro Hero 10. I forgot I still had this. I don't think it still works. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I was trying to sell it and it didn't actually work, so that's why it's down in there. Worms, worms, worms. Crappie baits that I was looking for the other day. Hitters. Anything in here? Nope. What's this? Dang, I'm out of those. More worms. Ultralight medium diver. I need to find these. These are down there. We're going to set these to the side because I know I need that bag. 40%. Apparently I have no more of those. Regular flukes. That's trash. Trash. A lot of these bags aren't trash. They just keep falling out. Oh, I do have more juggle minnows. Cool. Pre-rigged panorama swim bait. Those aren't that good. Glad I have them. I have those frogs. Trash. Worms. Bandito bugs. Oh, I forgot about these minners. These are expensive. I didn't realize how expensive those were. Hey, welcome in the sharpshooter. Appreciate you for stopping by. Shout out to my old teammate, AJ. He gave me these, and I did not realize these were like $13 for a pack of these. I need to try these. I will be trying those tomorrow. They're going in the day bag. Mini paddle tail flute baits. Trash. Oh no, those could be useful someday. Trash. One of those paddle tails. Kicker tail worms. There's the tubes I've been looking for my whole life. Those things. Treble hooks. I don't know what to do with these treble hooks. They're going to stay there. We're going to some chunks. What are these? Big old paddle tails I'll never throw again. More panoramas. Those things from Mr. Tacklecock. Those things. Whatever those are. More of these weights. So let's see. These are 1/8 and these are 1/16. Okay, welcome back, Caleb. We're almost at another pack of those. I guess I have 3 of those. Oh yeah, 7-inch flukes. Little worms. Nothing left in there. Other worms. Mooch minners. 40 baits paddle tails. On the other side. Yamamoto somethings. The Bitsy Bug mini jig. Which is probably toast. Trash. Trash. Oh, I have a ton of these Cast King lure thingies. Hey, I do have more Aussies. Cool. I do have them. Those I'll probably never catch a fish on. Glitches. More of those paddle tails that aren't that great. More trash. trash in here. Oh yeah, the first pack of these 40 baits worms that I put a bunch of salt all over and realized it doesn't matter if the bait doesn't have salt inside. So, look about there. We got some mayors. I don't think I'll throw any of those, but maybe. A singular freeloader. Ooh, those are nice looking. Some worms that I caught one of my winning fish on. What are you doing, Nubs? What color is this? I think it's called Fuego. Yeah, just in the little 4.5-inch fat worm. Fat robo worm. Nubbin, you're being bad.
Come here.
He wants to stay with me. Okay. Of course, as soon as I mute, it drops to 0 people. Okay. Another one of those, another bag I'm not using for anything, so I could probably find a use for it. Wow, look at, I guess these just all fell out of the package. Got a bunch of these janitor worms just laying down in there. Ever fish Lake Abilene? I did whenever it had water in it. It is now completely dry. There's not a drop of water left in it, but it had some giants. Giant bass and crappie. Very sad. I wish I had more opportunity to fish from the boat. Okay, we got like a whole package of janitor worms down here. Because they fall out of the package, I guess. There they are. I bet I can find an empty bag or something. Unless one of these is freeloader janitor. Yep, there it is. There's the bag. How do you normally fish in the post spawn? They definitely start keying in on shad a little more because shad spawn is during the post spawn for the most part. It really just depends on the lake. I don't have a great lake to go out and like learn stuff in. You have to fan them and they either bite your Texas rig or your square bill or they're not going to bite that day. But I don't know, you can kind of fish it similar to the pre-spawn, except sometimes more shallow. They're usually not off the bank as much. Let me grab one of these bags. Throw this stuff away in. But yeah, stuff like chatterbaits and square bills seem to produce the best for me in the post spawn. Oh, and that bag of bait. Bandito bugs. A whole lot of trash down in here. But, you know, there really isn't any specific thing. It's really just a day-to-day thing. It all depends on where the fish are positioned. So, if they're like sticking to the bottom, you can try dragging like a Texas rig or maybe a jig. But if they're suspended, like, alright, I appreciate you for hanging out, anyfan. Have a good rest of your day. But, like, we noticed, because we talked to a guy a while before, like, I think it was right before we went into the no info period, and he said he was catching a bunch just dragging Texas rigs on the bottom, and so we went to the same spot and tried that and didn't catch a single fish. But I started scoping around a little more, and it was mainly because everything I was seeing was suspended, and the crankbait I was catching on was only diving like a foot, so it wasn't getting to the bottom, and so it was still above their heads, and that's what ended up working out a little better. But I'm going to get a drink now, so y'all can come with me, I guess. Birds are fighting. Now I can see my phone. Ooh, it's hot out here. We're going crazy. What are you doing, doggies? Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. I'm not sure yet. Either I don't. I was gonna try and have it out next week, but I have a 40 baits video I gotta do also. So, if not next Friday, then probably the next. I've already started on it, but I got to get this 40 baits long form out pretty fast too, because it's about the crappie spawn. And the crappie spawn is not permanent, so I don't really know yet. The 40 baits video won't take me that long, but okay, well, I guess I can go ahead and show y'all my situation because we're done now with, here's the empty box. Gonna have to blow the leaves and stuff out, but here's our mound of soft plastics that were just sitting at the bottom, not in any of their bags. And then there's a bunch of trash that was all down in there. And then some other stuff over here too. We're just gonna dump this all out right here. This is a bunch of stuff I was gonna try and sell on Whatnot. It didn't sell after a little bit, and so I decided I'm just gonna keep it. Most of it's all my personal stuff that I already had. I think there's like 3 things I got from Ollie's that I was trying to sell. I sold most of the stuff I got from Ollie's, but not all of it. Oh, I also got a bunch of stuff in this day box, so I'm gonna put some of it over there. Crappie baits in here for some reason. Some pliers. It's mainly like terminal tackle and stuff, so not really much to mess with right now. But yeah, there won't be too much to the Ray Roberts video because I caught one whole keeper. I just overthought fishing there for sure. I thought that cold front was going to do more to him, and it really didn't. But I also wasn't fishing a great area. Okay. Yeah, it's mainly just fishing line and stuff. We'll come back to all that. First, what we're going to do now, we're going to close this lid. We're going to start sorting all this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to kind of sit to the side so y'all can see all of it. Yeah, you're going to be able to see me situate all this stuff. Thought I had Ray Roberts figured out until that dry spell I had out there. Yeah, from talking to people, they basically caught him doing everything. The kids who caught the most weight weighed in 22 pounds. They caught them all cranking the dam, and those were the only 5 fish they caught all day. And then some other kids I talked to said they caught they caught some of them on bed, and the others on one brush pile that was like 80 feet long. But I caught mine, I don't know if it was, I think it was locking down on a bed, because it was still pre-spawn looking, and it was fat and all that good stuff, and it was in like 3.5 foot of water on the backside of one random patch of grass that came all the way to the top. And I just casted my drop shot on the other side, and it was there. That one went like 4.12, I think. And then I caught 2 other little ones on a drop shot. I caught one spotted bass on a minnow that was 1/4 of an inch short. But I caught one keeper during the day before on practice day on a Nico rig way upriver, but we didn't find enough upriver for it to be worth driving all the way up there, because we didn't know the lake well enough, and we're probably going to hit a tree, so we would have had to go pretty slow. But right now, that's flukes, Senkos, straight tail worms. That right there's going to make up most of it. But yeah, I think I just overthink fishing PK also. I overthink everything. I will say my dad doesn't help, because anytime I start throwing a crankbait, he always tells me I'm wrong. So we had to get a new prop after Ray Roberts. That's crazy. Yeah, that's one thing that we don't want to have to do, so that's why we didn't do that. And I will say nobody caught anything significant upriver, so that was a better feeling, I guess. These are stick baits, or Senkos, whatever you want to call them. Straight tail worms. I guess Ned rigs, we count those as straight tail worms, since I don't have very many of those. I think this counts as a paddle tail. Or no, we'll put that. But then we have craws. Craws will go there. We'll put that in the Demiki rig stuff. That's in the straight tail. Straight tail, paddle tail, craw. That's a jig. We're going to just basically put all the hard baits over there for now, because they go in a different box. That's a Demiki rig. Terminal, and a spinnerbait. Also Demiki rig, paddle tail. Let's see what we got here. We got stick baits, curly tails. Didn't I have a box thing for those? No? Oh, that's right, okay. They'll go right here. Straight tail. I did get these awesome looking minnow baits from a guy on Whatnot that I'm pretty excited about. They're super soft, which helps give any bait more action, so pretty excited about those. I got 2 of each pack. I think it ended up being I think it was $17 for all 4 of those packs. When you got your boat, were you wanting it to fish tournaments, or did you want to just have better access? So this isn't the first boat we had. The first boat we had was a 1993 Dynatrac fishing ski, and that one we kind of just had to basically get better access, I guess. There's not really any bass fishing to be done from the bank around here. No ponds or anything. And so we got that one, and then we started fishing a few tournaments in it. And then once I got to high school, I decided I wanted to fish tournaments. So we fished one tournament in the summer before my first high school season, and it was on a bigger lake. I guess at the time it was the biggest lake we'd ever been on. And that basically helped us realize that boat could not handle that. So we sold that boat and we got this boat. So basically, this boat, yes, we did buy this one to be a tournament fishing boat. Otherwise, there's a good chance we'd still have the other one. But, so yeah, I guess that sort of answers the question to an extent. These are creature baits, so like a creature bait pile right here, more creature baits, curly tail worms. Those are paddle tails, I guess we'll put those there. Demiki rigs, paddle tails. Where do panoramas go? We'll put those with Demiki rig. Same concept. Was your first couple tournaments through Texas Bass Nation, or just like local derbies? They were local tournaments. Let's see, I think we fished 2 tournaments on my home lake. Both tournaments I got third in. And then we fished a tournament on Hubbard Creek, which is a much bigger lake, more like the lakes we fish right now. That was for a trail that was called Lone Star Junior Bassmasters. You basically had to pay the fee to be the $10 a year fee to become a Bassmasters member, and you could fish any of the tournaments you wanted with no additional costs. There was no like actual prize money, just like it was basically like a bag of this full of baits. And so we fished that, or I did, because it was a junior tournament only. And I did end up finishing 5th in that tournament. But yeah, those were the first tournaments I fished. That's the dinky rig. That's paddle tail. That's straight tail worm. Paddle tails are overflowing into the Sankos. The Mickey rig's overflowing into everything. I'm looking to get a boat to fish tournaments. Any advice? Well, you definitely don't need a new boat. The one I have is a 2007. It's a Skeeter. I personally think Yamaha is the best motor. I definitely think a bass boat is the way to go. The exact boat brand I don't think matters all that much. They're pretty similar, but I recommend Yamaha. Get a used aluminum. Looking to find one off marketplace. Aluminums are good boats, but they definitely don't handle rough water like a bass boat does. More fruits. So, aluminum boats are going to be cheaper. So if you're looking to spend as little money as possible, then that would definitely be the way to go. But yeah, you definitely don't need a new boat. Honestly, you can beat those things up all you want. That is true. The aluminum boats can take much more of a beating than an aluminum boat can when it comes like going up on rocks and sticks, which is definitely nice because my dad freaks out about that stuff all the time. More than he should, but an aluminum boat definitely handles stuff like that better. What are these? I do want to try and throw these. I guess these can go... they're going to go over there. That's just how I process those. Where'd you get your boat? Mine was off Marketplace. There's quite a few options on Marketplace, or at least whenever I looked the other day just to see. Most of them are older, but I promise there's nothing wrong with an older boat. These are chunks, which I think I put those in craws, because the craw bag is not as full. More paddle tails, stick baits, straight tails. That's a crankbait. He goes over here for now. Flukes. That. What is this? These are our Ned rigs. I'll put those right there for now. Straight tail, straight tail. technically a straight tail, I guess. Creature bait. Where's the creature? Here. A big old panorama. You ever fish Lake Fork? I have not. It's a little bit of a drive, but my dad definitely wants to. Of course I want to, but I can't drive the boat very far on my own at the moment. So I would not be able to do it on my own. We might upgrade our boat. We have a deep V 2013 16-foot boat. Not much, but it got the job done. Yep, at the end of the day, you just need something to get the job done. Your boat does not make you a better fisherman. So all you got to do is have something that does it, that basically does everything you need it to do. As long as it does that, that's all you need. I will say, whenever you have another thing about bass boats is they are faster than aluminum boats. So whenever you have the like takeoffs like we do, and you're in an aluminum boat, it really doesn't matter how far ahead you are of everybody. If you are the first boat out and you're in an aluminum boat, you'll probably get passed by the next 20 boats. Especially the new ones. The new ones go pretty fast. Mine can hit 70, but we don't really ever go up to there. I think we run about 60 most of the time. Guys won the Joe Pool tournament in a duck boat with no sonar, no depth finder. At the end of the day, a boat is a boat. We fish against people who fish out of a pontoon boat. Because Tractor does make, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically a pontoon that you can sort of fish out of. It has live wells. How many rods do you advise to fish a tournament? Man, I am not a great person to ask that question. Because, in my opinion, you need at least 2 of every kind of rod. Because if they're biting square bills, you want to have more than 1 square bill on the deck. If they're biting a drop shot, you want to have more than 1 drop shot on the deck. If they're biting a chatterbait, you want to have more than 1 chatterbait on the deck. So 6 is a good amount to have on the deck. Yeah, I'm definitely the wrong person to ask. Most of mine stay on the deck, so I usually got like 8 to 10 on each side. I don't have very many of mine put away. My dad has 3 rods. No, I hate retying with a passion. I feel like it takes forever when it really doesn't. I'm putting this in Demiki rig just because I know that's where I'm going to find it. More craws. More flukes. I got a lot of flukes for someone who never throws a fluke. These are going in my crappie bag, so I'll never throw those for anything else. What's your go-to lure for a big lake at this time of year? Always a square bill. If you look at my fish brain, that's what I've been catching them on. They'll eat a square bill at any lake down here. Honestly, if my dad wasn't going to be in the boat with me this weekend, I'd probably throw a square bill all day, and I would catch 5. I retie, I make the mistake of putting down that rod for the rest of the day. Yeah, my thing is I hate retying so much that even if I know they're biting a bait and I break it off, I'm going to start throwing whatever else I already have tied on. I don't know why. I'm really stupid, but I buy more rods to help fix that. Straight tail. Chunk. Crappie baits that I want to keep because bass will eat that sometimes. This is Demiki. This, I guess I'll put it in straight tail and hopefully remember that panorama's in there. What about on a smaller pond? Chatterbait for sure. Chatterbait. If you don't have any luck on the chatterbait, then maybe try a crawl. Just like a standard crawl on a peg Texas rig, just kind of drag or hop it on the bottom. If you don't have any luck on that, then I'd try a wacky rig, and then kind of just go from there. You kind of got all the water, every spot of the water covered. As soon as that chatterbait hits the water, just start reeling. Don't worry about letting it sink. I got no big lakes within 30 minutes of me, and the ones that are close need a boat to have good fishing. Yep, that's basically how it is for me. And I also don't have a pond, so I kind of have to fish from the boat, which isn't a bad thing, especially when you can go by yourself. Okay, straight tail. Bandito bugs are creature baits. Senko, the Miki rig, straight tail, the Miki rig. Lucky I got like 5 lakes I have tournaments on within an hour of me. Let's see, I got Fort Phantom. Never fished Lake Coleman, but I think it's like 45 minutes to an hour. Ivy's only an hour 15 from me, but I never fish it. I've never fun fished that lake. We'll never fish it for tournaments. I have one lake I won't ever tell anybody about that I think that's about 45 minutes away. That's about it. Hubbard Creek is only like 45 minutes to an hour away, but it's always low. But I guess that can go in there. There's only one bait in it. Senko. Paddletail. Fluke. Straight tail. The Miki rig. Paddletail. Creature bait. What is this? That's a creature bait. Hard bait. Paddletail. What would be your oldest model of boat you would get off Marketplace? I mean, I wouldn't get like an old one, but like late 90s wouldn't be bad. At the end of the day, as long as it runs good and everything works fine, that's really all that matters. Boat motors are pretty dang good. They're not like truck and car companies where they're trying to make it break down after a certain point in time, especially the older ones. Is that rusted? If it is, yeah, that's trash. I don't want those guys. The Miki rig. Those are Senko technique. Paddletail. Craw. Hooks. Crankbait. Jig. Here's more stuff. Fluke. Senko. Straight tail. Craw. I am going to put this in the hooks. Paddletail. The Miki rig. That. We did it. They're all separated. Have you fished Lake Conroe? I have not. That one's like 5.5 hours away from me. Also remember, everything on boats break. I will say, nothing on my boat has ever broken, except for the trolling motor. Trolling motors are usually a pain. As far as I know, I think Garmin has the best trolling motor. Minn Kotas aren't bad, but I seem to hear the worst things about those, and that's what I have, so. It's miscellaneous. We're going to start with creature baits. Actually, we can start with crawls. I found that bag first. And we're also going to have to go get a Sharpie and relabel all these. But I do recommend getting a trolling motor that has spot lock. I'm not really sure which one's cheapest price-wise. It's probably the closest good lake to me. Conroe seems like a pretty fun lake. I think Lake Houston and Lake Sheldon are good, but I'm not sure how they fish. I mean, if you live in Texas, chatterbait, squarebill, and a Texas rig of some kind should always be on the front deck. Okay, I think we got all the craws. Yep, that's all of them. Paddle tails. Paddle tails and flukes is what this bag is. And look how nice and neat 40 Baits packs those in there. Can't beat that. They also got some new packaging. The 40 Baits part came off, but for those paddle tails, they also have this design in paddle tail, which is a really, it's more so a trailer style. Works really good for that though. Lake Sheldon is like cypress forest, but not that thick of cypress. That's pretty cool. I wish we had more stuff like that in my area, but we really don't. We just got a bunch of rock. Top 68 out of 220 to make state. That, to some people that may sound hard, but it's really not that hard. There's a lot of those kids that are there that don't care all that much. I think I have to be in the top 60% of whoever's fishing this tournament. And I don't even know how many that is. It'd be cool to stumble upon a few 10-pounders, win the whole thing. Ours is ripe 30%. How long is your boat? 19.5 foot. Yeah, I don't even think I was that close when I fished THSBA. I only caught one fish. Which does not cut it out on PK most of the time. And mine's a 2-day tournament, so I did only catch one fish last year. Basically the top 40 went. I was 40th place. So, and that was only because the last kids that weighed in came in, I think they were 3 minutes late. And they had like, and for TBN, every minute you're late to check in, you get a pound deduction. And they had like 4 pounds. And they were 3 minutes late. So, that's the only, if they would have weighed in on time, I would have been 41st place. Okay, yeah, look at this. This is not fitting. How many more do I have? I think I got 4 more packs. I'm just gonna have to start sitting on top at this point. Gotta figure out a better solution for this. Okay. The flukes are done. Now we're doing Demiki rig, which just has much less in it. Has crappie jigs. Why are there Senkos in here? Let me get them out and put them where they get. I did catch fish on those before. Oh, thank goodness I have a whole bag of these. I'll be needing those. These right there, that's the PK juice sometimes. That little Berkeley Max scent flatworm. But I'll be catching them on that. I don't actually catch too many fish on robo worms there. Mainly because I don't know, I have the last few times I went, but it used to be that flatworm got me most of my bites. Okay, the Demiki rig. It's all right here. So this bag is about to be full. Also just makes it hard to find anything this dang big. Honestly, I think I'm gonna put these in the day bag. It'd be awesome to catch fish on those. They're like the Sakamata shad, but cheaper, and some people like them better. What color drop shot you use at PK? Either it's called Margarita Mutilator. Either that and a Robo Worm, or like a Morning Dawn, or that flatworm color. I don't even remember what color that is. Where is it? Did I not just put it up here? Did I already do? I already did Damiki rig. Goes down in there. I know I'm doing Damiki rig right now, damn me. Got buried. Yeah, no, I need to take that out and put it in the day bag anyways. I can't be fishing PK without that. It's called Gobi. The Gobi color. Yeah, or best offer is what OBO means on Marketplace. Dang. These bags are not big enough for the amount of baits I have. We did get them all in there though. There's our Damiki rig bag. It's overflowing, but at least they're all in one spot now. Let's see, we need curly tail worms next. There's the bag right there. Oh, we got 2 bags of curly tail worms, okay. Once we get all these put away, we're going to grab a Sharpie and relabel all these. What's this bag? Oh, craws. That's the miscellaneous one. Looks like you need a bigger bag. I do, and I don't really know where to find them. There we go, there's creature baits. This one used to be overflowing. It's really not anymore. I think I got rid of a ton of my bandito bugs because I had way too many of them. Do you have any long forms coming out soon? Either next week or the week after I will. I already have 2 filmed, but I also have one filmed for 40 Baits that I have to get finished and edited for their channel. And that's the one I'm kind of prioritizing at the moment. That one should be out next Friday, or sometime next week. I don't know when they're going to decide to upload it, but after that, then I'll get to work on my videos. Plus, I should have, I don't know if I'll have 2, no, I'm not going to film practice tomorrow, because I'm going to make a video for each day of the tournament. And I don't think there's going to be much entertainment coming from tomorrow's video anyways, so I'm just not going to film it. Man, there's a lot of straight worms here. These are kind of bleeding over. These separated, so I know it's what to do. Alright, there's our straight tail worm bag. It's packed in there pretty good, but they do sort of fit. Next is the Senkos. Wherever that bag is. Oh, it's all the way over here. Forgot I've already put some baits in there. I don't know if you remember, but this account I'm using is an alt on my actual channel. I've been just 1 video a week. Your main channel is Chasing Minnows, right? I have a hard time keeping up with channels if they don't show up on my For You page, which is a lot of them. But this is my #1 advice. If you fish tournaments, make videos out of it and post everything on social media. That is the only thing sponsors care about. Yep, okay. Yeah, I'll have to go get caught up on some because I have not been seeing them on my For You page. I forgot some of these baits. Mock bouncer, huh? Oh, he got stepped on. He's trash. It's alright, I was never gonna throw this bait anyways. Yep, this guy's now a flat side. Or is he supposed to look like that? I don't think he is. That doesn't look right. Gonna need pliers to get this guy out of his own package. Maybe I'll keep the hooks. I probably have a crankbait that could use them. Yeah, I think I have a 40 baits crankbait. That one of the hooks bent. I must put these on. But yep, as you can see, he has been stepped on. We're gonna get these hooks off. And we're gonna put them on one of my 40 bait square bills. If I have any left, I might actually broke them all off. I think I broke 3 or 4 of them off last time I took the boat out. If y'all haven't already, I've got to get you some of them 40 bait square bills. I went out on Tuesday, caught a 4 and a 5 pounder on it. And the week before, I caught a 6 pounder on it. All on the ditch pickle one. 40 baits and the ditch pickle. What mini crank do you use that you're always talking about? Where'd I put it? It's the 40 baits mini crankbait. It's this one right here. Not this exact color. I've been having the best luck on the French fry, I think is what it's called. Something fry is the color of it. Kind of like a gray with a red belly. But I lost like a 4 pounder on that one at Phantom too, while I was crappie fishing. Yeah, that was like one of their first baits. Doesn't get talked about all that much, but I didn't start fishing it until recently. I throw it on a BFS setup. So close, come on now. Okay, we got one hook off. How close are you to getting monetized on YouTube? I think I have 1,138 watch hours. So not that close. If I would just upload consistently, it would get better, but I have not been locked in recently. I'm getting carried by my Kestrel BFS video. My tournament videos have not been doing good either. Maybe it's because I didn't upload any of them. I think I have, well, I guess now I have 2 out, but got both hooks off. That's trash. Let me see if... I don't have one tied on, but I might have one in here. Oh, I got two of them. Let's go. Check the hooks on them. That one's fine. That's the crankbait right there. Been catching them all on. I did film a long form from Tuesday, so that one will be out eventually also. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I don't know, I hooked like a mega fish on this. I think it was a giant catfish, but I hooked him really weird. He did that to the back of a hook. Or I guess it could have been like the lake record bass, but that was at Eagle Mountain. So we're gonna do a little bit of hook switchage. What's the hook size like? Pretty similar. These are a little shorter. I think that'll be fine. Okay. .40 bait split rings are much easier to work with. After dang, these gnats are getting annoying. Okay. Put this guy on there. What jig head minnow you use? Kind of depends. But I've been having a lot of luck on that the Guggen dangle minnow. I'm not a big Guggen guy, but that minnow is pretty solid. It's got some nice action. Ow, that hook's in my finger. I know John B uses it on a drop shot a lot too. That, I throw the 6 cents 2.7 inch Divine paddle tail on there a lot. Caught some at Squaw Creek on that. No, I keep screwing up. Oh, what? This is the first time I've ever done this, if y'all are wondering. If y'all couldn't tell. I've been experimenting with the Shindu. I think I have a pack of those. Of the big ones. Yeah, I do. I kind of forgot I had those. I don't really throw big minnows all that often. I have never caught fish big enough to eat those shaking a minnow. The bigger fish I ever... Alright. One hook replaced. The one that didn't even need to be replaced. Your best go-to combos at your tournament? This year have been my square bill and drop shot combos. I got like 4 drop shot combos, but my square bill combo is the Cast King MGTI paired up with a 7'1" medium moderate fast, or it might just be a medium moderate Fenwick Eagle. Great square bill setup. Definitely on the lighter side, but that's what I prefer. Definitely got to work the fish a little longer, but I caught my top 3 biggest fish on that rod, all on square bills. Dang it. There we go. We have officially switched out the hooks on that one. But now we're going to get a Sharpie so I can fix all of. Let me see, this should be fully charged. Yeah, I'm gonna need to. There we go. Alright, we're going inside now. Gonna need to get a phone charger too. Oh no, I haven't experimented with enough jig head minnows. I have a bunch of them. I just got some wing flukes. I'll probably never buy a Sakamata shad for a long time. I'm not spending $20 on a soft plastic. That looks just like the other ones I have. Gotta get a drink again. Okay. I think my toe's having a seizure. Now, I can go get my chatterbaits now. I got from my tackle shop for $8. Which they're not going to carry them anymore, but they may be carrying 40 baits soon. Ow! There's a pin there. But, here they are. Only color you really need if you're fishing somewhat clear water or clearer. Fish at Fort Phantom can't see this color, but just about anywhere else I fish they can. I'm completely out of 40 baits chatterbaits, so that's why I don't run these today. Time's at 4:38, dang. I gotta kinda hurry up. I'm not really behind in anything, but sort of. Still got a little bit of schoolwork to get done. Alright. Also have to clean out the trash can. I don't have a ton to tie on, but that also won't take me that long. Oh, I forgot to grab a phone charger. I'm gonna have to get it out of my truck. So, y'all give me 1 second. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Got a phone charger now. I already have a power bank. Get y'all back on the tripod. Okay. Let me get the phone plugged in real quick. Wow, that means we're not going to be able to use the mic anymore. Well, the wind's calmed down quite a bit, so audio's probably not going to be as good a quality. You're not going to be able to hear me as well, but you got to charge the phone. We'll get it to like maybe 50%, and then we'll put it back on. I'm gonna live stream until I'm done with all of this, even if nobody's watching, because I think eventually somebody else will come in if y'all end up leaving. I don't expect y'all to stay through this whole thing. Yo, welcome in, Hooked on Real Baits. Appreciate you for stopping by. Okay, I didn't even grab a Sharpie. That's what I went in for. We're going back in, because I forgot to get the Sharpie I went in for. Everything sound good? Y'all can hear me fine? Since I just took the mic off. Look out, doggies. Okay. I don't even know if there's a Sharpie in here. It's in my room. I'm going to take this opportunity to use my computer to check and make sure this looks fine. Live streams have been going too smoothly lately. It's not a common thing for me. I am going to need this fishing line right here too. I've got to put some new line on my square bill setup. Okay, let me check it. If it loads. Let me check it. Okay, sounds fine. If it loads. Let me check it. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm probably getting the looped stuff now. Alright. I don't know if you saw fish brain, but I caught 47 total fish yesterday, 44 bass and 3 bluegills. Sweet. I don't know. I don't get on fish brain very much anymore. It's pretty annoying. For some reason, all it wants to show me in my feed is a bunch of people who post fish with absolutely no description. So I post my fish and leave. And then check my... and then I check my catches. I need to use the rest of those baits I got from your giveaway. I've only used those worms from my fishbone post. Okay, I didn't even get the Sharpie I came in here for the second time. Okay, there it is. Now we can go get things done. Look out, Pinochle. You're not coming out here. Okay. I need to get all of this done as fast as possible, because I still got some school to get done, and I gotta get to bed somewhat early too. I hope. Hopefully we don't get a late start tomorrow. That'd be not good. We know nothing. We learned nothing last weekend for the most part. Okay. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like. I think everyone in here subscribed. There's only 2 people here. But, okay, now we got our Sharpie. I forgot about these 2 baits. So we got some robo worms. Those go in here. And we got some bandito bugs. Those go in here. Right here, we got straight tail worms. Boom. Let me throw all the baits out of it real quick. I thought chasing minnows was your YouTube. Pretty sure it is. At least that's what he said earlier. I really need a new chatterbait rod, or I need to like put some grip on mine. Hey, welcome in Sandra Ledford. Appreciate you for stopping by. Okay, there we go. Labeled on both sides. These are creature baits. Or are they? No, these are stick baits. Okay. I will say my recent live streams have been doing better than they used to. Stick baits. Stick baits. Okay. Go over there. These are creature baits. If it wasn't, they are now. We're gonna label that. I think I just spelled creature wrong. Somebody type creature baits in the chat and see if I spelled it right. We lost a pack. And pack is back. Leave all those out so they can dry a little bit. Can y'all hear me? Is the audio working? I don't know if anybody heard that. These are paddle tails. This one is very cool. touch anything on chat, because usually that doesn't end well. Can anybody hear me? Haven't been able to target smallmouth in the past week or two because we had some insane footing to target fish. Oh, okay. Could somebody type creature bait in the chat? I want to know if I spelled right. But yeah, flooding makes everything harder. I don't think there's a single way that flooding is good for fishing. Except from the lake I'm going to this weekend. It did make fishing better last year. At least it suited my creature bait. Okay, yeah, I think I spelled it. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes when I do things, it looks wrong. Anybody ever fish with a blade bait? I've thrown one like twice. This is the cast cray one. You pop it like one time and the hooks catch each other. So I just stopped throwing it because it got really annoying. It does look good though, except they didn't add a swivel here, and so it cuts your line. Therefore, it is pointless. Yo, welcome in, Hunter. Appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, this is the only blade bait I ever threw, and there's no split ring on this one, and so it's straight to the metal, and so it kept cutting my line, or the other one I threw did, so I literally threw that thing, I threw it over the pond and onto the other bank, and went over and got it. No, I can't get the line off of this one. I might just add a swivel to this one and change the hooks. But this is the only blade bait I've ever thrown. They don't sell them at Academy and stuff around here, and so I kind of just forget they exist. I've seen Ben Milliken throw them. I've seen him catch a 12-pounder on one. I mean, it is pretty similar profile to a thread fin. Pretty thin. This pattern has got a lot of reflectiveness, I guess you would say, whatever that means. I give up. I'm not taking that line off. I can't get it, but alright. Yeah, now we're just relabeling these bags real quick because the stuff all came off. This is Damiki rig stuff. All my minnow shapings. You gotta go carp fishing. They're on fire. We caught 30 today. That's crazy. I don't know the last time I went carp fishing. I can, oh great. These bags are too full. I can now take the boat out on my own. And so that's what I've been doing. And they've been smoking the square bill. I'm not catching numbers, but I'm catching big ones. I caught a 4 and a 5 on Tuesday. I caught a 6 last week. All on this 40 bait square bill through an Acme V-Rod today. Hold on, I got a crack in my screen right there. Acme V-Rod. I don't think I'm familiar with that. I snagged a red horse on an Acme V-Rod. Snapped off on the hook set. I don't think I know what that is. I don't know anything about like special carp stuff. I throw corn on a hook. Usually like a drop shot that I've already had tied on for bass or something. Okay. Mystery tackle box blade bait. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I snagged like a 12-pound carp on a spurbill last time I went. On Tuesday, I dang thought I had me a 10-pounder. Not a carp, a bass. I'm just glad I saw it. Thankfully I didn't spend the $9 or whatever on it. Let me write this on this side too. Alright. Alright, sounds good. Appreciate you for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. Oh my goodness. Alright. Which ones we got left? Curly tail worms. I don't remember last time I threw one of these. Alright, so we'll go to the other side. What is this? Craws? Craws. Oh. Give a dot to my jeans. 30% for KBAs. Yep. What is this? Oh, this is the random stuff that doesn't get a name. I don't know what's in there. But we got all that done. So now we can put it all back. It's one of my favorite little crankbaits right there. I love that color. Doesn't catch as many as the 40 base one. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have put the baits on top of the container, the box they go in. Alright. These bags are too full. I need to figure out what to do about that. We might be back. I don't know if anybody's still here, but we are back. My phone died, like usual. Every dang time. Okay. Okay, cool. I wasn't 100% sure if it was going to work since my phone completely died, but glad to see it did. Power bank with my phone charger sitting right here. I just forgot I needed to plug it back in after I came back out here. But we should be good now. Alright. I'm going to get some of this bigger stuff out, and then I'm going to vacuum in here. That's pretty good. Got all the big stuff out. Excuse me for like a whole 2 seconds while I grab the vacuum cleaner. Have the vacuum cleaner. We got a vacuum out of it. Yo, 40 Baits is here. Let's go. We had to clean out some stuff in here. That'll work. Alrighty. We're ready to put all of our bags of baits back in. Now, we have to remember where they're all going to be. I'm going to try and match them with how I had them. So paddle tails will go here. Dang it. The bags are not big enough for the amount of baits I have. Yeah, we'll go like that. I like that. Hey, welcome in Ozarks, or I guess Ozark guy, Ozark's Great Adventures. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Won't be live for a good while longer. We're cleaning up, we're reorganizing the boat. We kind of did most of the cleaning up we need to do. Now we just have to put all this stuff back. Oh no, the Mickey rig goes at the front. Cross right here. We'll go ahead and put the creature baits in front. I got really tired of not knowing where anything was at, so... Okay, now, curly tail worms. Now, stick baits were always in the back loop. Curly tail worms can go there. Oh yeah, the bag of random stuff always went right here. Maybe I'll get some actual watch hours from this stream, because there's people that are like actually staying. Straight tail worms, always in the back of that. It's gonna get somewhat more interesting in a second once I get all the trash cleaned up. We're gonna start tying on. We'll probably have a little bit of organizing to do under here, but I'm not gonna put it all up organized and feel lost. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm trying to sort of remember where I had everything. Because this used to all look just like this at one point. But then I touched it and it stopped looking like that. I have an extra random bag that's just going to get thrown at the bottom. So now we have room for other stuff in here. I also got this cool KVD bag. This one and this one from my granddad. This one's going to be like a day bag for all the stuff that I know I'm going to need during the tournament. I'm going to know like where I want it to be. Hey, welcome in Swamp Life. I saw you commented earlier when my phone died and I had to bring the stream back up. But appreciate you for stopping back by. Got a bunch of these cool minnow baits from a guy on Whatnot. Apparently they're super, super soft, but they do feel very soft. And according to the people that have used his baits, they're better than the Sakamata shad. I've never even used the Sakamata shad, but they are $20 a pack, so I paid $17 for 4 packs, which is a much better deal than $20 for 1 pack. I don't shake a minnow that much for it to matter. This is gonna, perfect, I got a spot for it right here. Now we just got a bunch of trash to clean up. We got a few hard baits to put up, but we're going to go ahead and clean up some of the trash. So I'm going to turn y'all. I'm actually going to move y'all back. And then I'll turn y'all. So y'all can see what I'm doing. Got to clean out the trash can anyways. Oh, let me re-extend the foot. There we go. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't do that. So do that, and then we'll back it up. Really wish I could have my mic connected right now, but I gotta charge my phone. So that should be pretty good. Maybe do like that, because all the trash is gonna be right here, but I gotta put the dumpster right here to put it in. probably not going to be all the trash, but I'd like to just, it'll help clear up the space and make my brain work a little better. Bunch of random stuff. Mostly fishing line and empty packages. Got any tournaments coming up anytime soon? We're leaving early in the morning for regionals, and it's a 2-day tournament, so hopefully we can get it done. I wouldn't say, I fish this lake a lot. I always turn in 1 to 2 fish, but I've never been able to catch more than 2. There are 2 keepers during the tournament. I tend to have pretty good practices, but it never follows through. Hopefully they'll be up shallow. That is the hope. I appreciate it. We got to be in the top 60% of tomorrow's tournament, or I guess this weekend's tournament, which isn't really that hard. If I do only turn in like 2 fish a day, I think I'll comfortably make it, but I really want to turn in 5 each day and hopefully win. But there's a lot of kids who know a lot about that lake, so it's going to be tough, that is for sure. I don't think I have what I need to, I don't think I have the knowledge of the lake to win it, but I do think I could make it in the money. Maybe, I don't know. There's not going to be as many people this go around as most tournaments, so they're not going to pay as far out. You know what? That can wait. I don't want to do that. So now, we've got some hard bait organizing to do. So we're going back over here. Turn. We're going to come down more. I need to scoot over to the side. We're going to open up the hard bait compartment. And I got to get this fishing line under control. Just getting on my nerves. Okay, you can go down there. This is on, oh never mind. What is this fishing line? This is all trash, okay. It goes over there. Hey, welcome in, Captain Pritchard. Nice to see you here. Tell Kenny I said hi. That's trash. Alright, hard bait time. Let's see. I gotta find my favorite box. Which box is my favorite? We'll probably go with this one because it doesn't have much in it. Oh, it's a dang cord. Yep, I remember him. Appreciate you for stopping by. Right now, basically all the hard baits that are on the front deck are going in here. This bait right here, though, been hammering them. Hammering the biggins on my home lake. I haven't been catching numbers, but I've been catching nice ones. And I've never caught numbers on that lake, so I don't ever expect it. I don't know. We go with that jerk too. What we got here? Nope. Oh, my finger. These ones aren't open, so they go in a different box. This guy can go in here. He's weird, but he's cool too. Let's see. We got a few open ones over here. Throwing it tomorrow? Maybe. If we go upriver, which I really want to, I'll throw it eventually. I'll throw it at some point this weekend. I don't know about tomorrow. But I probably will throw the 4D color because it's pretty clear water. So it's it'll be a little better for that one right there, which I do want to keep him out. And I need to clean that out next. That's not going to take me as long. What's that? I forgot I had that hurt me. But, yep, working with a little clear water tomorrow. I think I can have luck on a square bill. I've had luck in the past on a square bill, but it never holds up during the tournament. I don't know why. It's really annoying. I can always catch them on it in practice. I can never catch them on it during the tournament. I just switched out the hooks on one of those crankbaits. I still don't understand how a fish managed to do that to a hook. Alright, welcome back, Caleb. I don't know how a fish managed to do that to a hook. That had to have been like maybe a giant gar or a really big catfish. He must have just had to like bite it weird. I don't know. It was under a dock. I've never had a fish do that to a hook before. Usually bass don't like clamp down though. So that's why I don't think that was a bass. But I did switch out the hooks on that one, so I can now throw it again. Alright. Let me just grab all the loose baits. I really want to go upriver tomorrow, and I really want it to work out. Because then that's when you can do fun stuff. But when we pre-fished on Saturday or on Sunday, mainly scoping was what did it. But I hooked like a 2.5 and a 4-pounder on this little crankbait. Except it was in the, I think the color's small fry, something fry, but the hooks are a little small for those bigger bass's mouths. So I think what I'm going to do is order some bigger hooks and do some hook swapping and start trying to throw those a little more. But they're just, I haven't checked. Did your recent order come in yet? It'll be here tomorrow. It always comes in the day after I leave. Doesn't matter what day I leave. I usually leave on Thursdays, and so it comes in on Thursdays. But this time it comes in on Friday, because that's the day I leave. I guess technically I'm leaving tomorrow, but it won't come in till a day later, so these hooks I think are a little too big for this crankbait. Yeah. Yeah, I think those are a little big. I'm gonna look at it. I need to find that other little crankbait. I don't think I broke it off. I think I just, or wait, is it still tied on? Where is it? It's on my BFX. Oh yeah, no, it's still tied on. I think these hooks are just too big or take a little too much action away. I think I'm going to put some size 10s on. I think these are 8s. Yeah, these are 8s. But, yeah, I'm going to order some off of Amazon. And try a little bit bigger hooks. Also, I lost like a 4-pounder on my home lake too on these. It's just that bigger, thicker lip. That was weird. Hoping it'd be there. Swapping those hooks, they might lock up because of the size of the hook. True. That is I'll give it a shot and see what happens. But I think if I do, like these are size 8s. There's a pretty big difference between the size 12 and the size 8, surprisingly. But I have caught quite a few fish on this one too, at my ranch. Throwing it on the ultralight, that's a lot of fun. But I don't know. I need to start experimenting with more hook stuff. We'll see what happens. I had that 4-pounder in my hands on Sunday, and because my BSS rod can't really do much, I had to pull by the line, which is not as bad as some people say. You just don't need to keep pulling if the fish tries to get away. But when I started pulling it up, the bait popped out and went just like that. I got real lucky there. But that's another way I figured out they were not on the bottom like we thought they were. This thing doesn't dive super deep. I think it dives like a foot or two, or at least the one I was throwing, and they were coming up to get it. And so I think and then I started scoping and catching them on a minnow because they were sitting in between some trees a little high up. But got a swim jig and a spinner bait. It'd be fun to catch a big one on a spinner bait. If I can fish some shallow water, I really need to throw a swim jig a little more. Lake just sets up sort of weird. You can kind of do a lot of things on that lake, but at the same time you can't. It's not all going to work. You can catch little fish doing whatever you want on that lake, but it's not what we're going after. We're going after the big ones. I really just want to catch 5 the first day, because it's usually not a lake where a ton of people turn in 5 fish, so I want to just catch 5 keepers on the first day, and then, I mean, I don't know. I think I'd want to catch 5 good ones on the first day and get up there pretty high, and then just try and catch 5 14-inchers on Sunday, because that's a lake that's going to be hard to do 5 fish 2 days in a row, unless you really figure them out, which some guys will. There's a lot of, I know one team who's probably going to win. They fished the other high school tournaments and won 3 of the 5 tournaments this year, and this lake is one of their best lakes, so I expect them to be very high up there. But I think that's, there's something else in there. Oh yeah, this weird suspending lipless crankbait. I think it does actually suspend though. Oh, we might need that. I think this came off of the trolling. I don't know, feels the same now, but at least we tried. Get deep diving, BFS crankbaits. I think that's all. Oh no, I need to put this little mini one in here too. I think that's all the open hard baits we got. I guess I'll throw this blade bait in here and tell me where else to put it, but I'm definitely not going to throw it. Probably won't ever throw it again. But they don't put the dang, it's not a split ring, it's like the, I don't know what it's called, but it needs one. And so I kept breaking my line. Okay, now what? That's trash. We'll leave that back there because now we got some stuff that has to go in the boxes. When we're done with these, they have a lot of baits that are down in here too. There's jigs, I'll need that. And these, that's swim baits. Where's the crankbait box? Oh, it's right here. Okay. We'll get to the stuff down in there in a minute. But box. This is. Apparently there's fishing line in there too. A lot of it. It's this one. 25 pound. That's not in there anymore. Guess I'm gonna leave him. I'm running low on crankbaits. Very low. What is this? 17. I guess I'm running low on square bills. Actually, should I leave that on? Or leave that out? I don't know yet. I don't think I have anything on. Okay, that one too. Or should I leave it out? Where's the size comparison? Pretty similar. I don't know. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one because it'll be practice. How long does your tournament prep take? My dad says it should only take 15 minutes. 15 minutes is wild. Let's see, I've been doing this for 144 minutes. Yep. I've been live for the whole process, so I'm not sure what kind of tournament prep he does, but it's not the same as what I do. Mine usually takes a while. Most of my rods are all good online now because I just redid the leaders on Tuesday and then didn't throw any of them. So those should all be good. Okay. I have to decide where everything is going to stay. Yeah, where's the terminal tackle going to go? I don't know yet. Oh yeah, these are going to go in the day box. Had to run by my local tackle shop. Picked up some Elite Evos for $8. Only because I'm out of 40 baits chatterbaits. I seem to go through those pretty quick, but we'll hopefully be putting in a pretty big order soon. I put in a lot of hours at work, so I got a really solid paycheck. My biggest ever, actually. So now I have actual money to spend on baits. I'm going to save a lot of it, though. Gas ain't cheap. These are going to go in my day bag, which is in here. I'm going to go ahead and put this in there too, so I'm going to wait to tie on till later. He thinks I only need to tie 6 baits on and call it good, so now he gets mad and won't let me take off work for it. Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't agree with that, I guess. Mine probably wouldn't take as long as if I went faster, but I don't go, I mean, I don't really have a reason to rush. This usually is, I don't have to do this stuff every time, but I just neglected it so much that I need to do it now. So, I also need a new scale. I don't know how accurate this $10 one is. Accurate enough for now, but I was wondering what was moving on my screen. It was my hand. But yeah, I take off work. Well, I guess I didn't take off work all week. My hours, I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Because I work at a shooting range, and so they're only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and there's never anything for me to do on Sunday. But I did put in work yesterday, since I couldn't work the rest of the week. So, the last tournament I fished was being up all the time, so I was so tired. Yep. Yeah, that's never really a good thing. But, I mean, I probably do tie on too many baits. I put most of my rods on the front deck, and I can understand what he's saying, but that's also how my dad thinks. But my dad's also at work, so he doesn't know how long this actually takes me. I also drink 2 White Monsters a tournament, so that usually keeps me going. And then I drink another one after we're done on the water. But I am starting to get a little tired. I randomly woke up at 4 this morning. And then I went back to sleep for a little longer. But I know we're going to be up early tomorrow, so I'm usually not tired early in the morning after I get up, but it usually does hit me about midday. Especially, it probably will this week too, because I've been sick most of the week, but I don't know. It helps whenever, it usually takes me longer because the live stream, I guess I haven't really live streamed these in a while, but I didn't do like any tournament prep last time, because we left Thursday morning. I usually do my prep work on Thursdays, and we left Thursday morning, so I didn't really do anything. But yeah, so it's been getting pretty bad. So now there's a bunch of random stuff in this one. I organized my whole box situation makes no sense. But last day, if we get 5 fish, and I need to catch me a biggin, I might have to tie this on. I do now have a rod that can throw that. Oh, I bought a bunch of big baits one time, and then I realized I didn't have a rod that could throw any of it. I agree. How far of a drive do you have to make to this weekend's tournament? It's only like 2 hours, so it's not the worst. It's not the best. Well, actually, it's the closest tournament of the year, so compared to everything else, it's the best. That's my dad's chatterbait. He'll be happy that I found that. Crappie baits. Those go in there. Fridge side. That's nice. Glad I have that. There's that pack of baits. Dang it, I just threw that away too, didn't I? Well, that's going to go in the day bag. Been having a lot of luck on these Guggen Dangle minnows. Putting it on just like shaking a minnow. Not for anything big, but for like 14 inchers, the keeper sized that you need. Also, doing all this, I basically had to see every bait I had. I have a lot of these worms. And I did that on purpose. I kind of like ordered at least 1 pack with every order for a little bit, so I do have a lot of those. It's because I wanted to make sure I had them. Why am I putting them right here? Everything is good. I already have 2 bags of those in my day bag. Tournament on Saturday. It's only 20 minutes away. Yeah, I don't have any lakes that close to me. I guess I have 1 lake, but there ain't no bass in it. But there's like a few bass, but it's so dang shallow, it's not worth putting a boat in. Maybe I will one day. But there's actually sauger in it. Somebody actually caught one about a week or 2 ago, and I didn't think there were still any in there. They stocked them in like the 70s. I didn't think there were any still alive. I was amazed to see that post. You don't catch sauger down here. That's not really a thing. But good luck to you at your tournament as well. Hopefully that goes well. I will say I'm nervous for this one. I fished this like quite a bit. This is one that is always, you can always count on it being on the schedule. And it's usually on there twice, because it's always a regular season tournament, and then it's always regionals. But it wasn't a regular season tournament this week, or this season, because the tournament director, why is this not charging my phone. My phone's at 1%, and it's been charging this whole time. It started off at 2%. This phone charger is really bad, I'll say that. I gotta get a new one. Don't buy a phone charger from Dollar General. I bought like every single option they have, and they're all trash. Dang, I still have these. Great. I need those. Hey, there's those flukes. I have a lot of 40 Baits flukes, I noticed. And I didn't realize that. I think I used to buy them with most of my orders when y'all first started. And so I just ended up with a lot of them. I think I have like 3 packs of the white ones. I think I got a few in the mystery bags too, because I used to order a lot of those. I think that was like the main thing I would order were the mystery bundles. Did you know Jaden Jackson? I do know Jaden Jackson. I fish with him. Used to fish with him a lot, but I haven't fished with him in a while. A lot of trash in here. More crappy jig. Trash. Lot of trash. Check it stick. I need to have a spot to put this because this is the one they use for my tournament. The old style or the current style? The old style was garbage. I think it's the new style. Maybe. Let me look at them. Let's see. This is what most of them look like. Oh, I think I know what old style you're talking about. No, I don't think I have any of those. I have a lot of the white ones I have a lot of the pearl ones. I don't know why. I think I order stuff and then I forget I have it, so I order it again. That happens a lot. That might be why I have so many. Okay, a lot of fishing line. Yeah, I think that's what all of them look like. The oldest ones I'm going to have are probably the pearl ones. I'll have to check those here in a second. There may be like 1 pack of the old ones, I can't remember. I guess that guy just asked if I knew Jaden Jackson just to ask. I do still. This was like one of the first soft plastics I ever bought from y'all. Was I think it's called Electric Chicken, that Senko. I just had some broken ones in there, so I found those while I was doing everything. This goes in the day box. Seiko, frog, the meaty rig, tattletale, frog, meaty rig, that's terminal tackle, red tackle, Seiko, meaty rig, red tattletale, three string tails, jig, the meaty rig. Okay. Let's see, where's the frog? Right there. Stick the baits. Meaty rig right here at the front. Don't think I'm going to be able to fit everything else in here. This. And then the fleets and paddles. Let's see. No, that's the new one. And I buried them under the paddle tails. Those are the new ones. I think they're all the new ones. I think the old ones are like the ones from Hooked on Real Baits post, right? Oh, here's some more. Those are the new ones. And these go in the bait box. And I'm going to put the pliers in there. They need to be easy to get to. Okay. Oh, I have an idea. I think bugs are attacking me. Oh, I forgot about the straight tails. Tails. In the back. I have this one that I'm not using. We'll use it for the terminal tactic. 116 minutes. I think that's more than 2 hours. I started at like 3. Yeah, almost 3 hours. I think this is my longest live stream. But I'm really trying to get those watch hours so I can make money off of YouTube. Gosh, dang it, that one did not leave when I shook my arm. Dang mosquitoes. Okay. Yeah, we'll put this in. Just because it's a bag and I know what it is too. Got these. Jig can go in the jig box. Yeah, they are. He actually catches fish on them, which is surprising. They're so bad. Yeah, I don't really remember those. I don't even remember his post, or exactly what they look like in his post either. I think we're good now. We're pretty dang organized. I really want to find a good spot for this check and stick. Because this is a place where you can catch 14 inchers on the dot. This is the one they use, and it needs to be the one I use too. I think I'm going to put it under there somehow. So I'm going to leave it out for a second. Without breaking things. These all go on the bottom. Now what? What is your rod action for your crankbait rod? Square bills or like deeper divers? Because I got 2 different ones. 2 different preferred actions. What's that? Okay. Packaging for this draw is not in the best condition. I'm gonna square bills. It is, let me just grab it. Sure. My favorite setup, by the way. Uncover it. It is. Okay, my phone is finally charging. It is, let's see, 7'1", medium, moderate, fast. I don't know if you can see that. It's also pretty beat up, so it's kind of hard to see, but got it paired up with Cast King MGTI 7.2 to 7.4 to 1's perfect ratio for it, especially so you can sort of slow down if you're kind of just staying still, or if you're like going down the bank pretty quick with the trolling motor, you can still reel plenty fast to go down the bank with it. I'm about to have to put a line on that one too, so you can hang right there. We need to get back to putting all this stuff away. I'll be so happy when I open all this tomorrow and it's all going to be nice and organized. All the ones we don't need. Get straight here. That Fenwick Eagle's pretty good. I'm going to get a Cast King one too soon. I really want to try theirs out. Theirs is a medium moderate, but I really need another square bill setup so I can fish more than one square bill without having to retie. This one doesn't really have much useful things in it. There's my sinkers though for Carolina, which is good to know. Okay, there's a lot of terminal tackle right there. Cut with my finger. This off right there. That's a useless one too. Do I even need anything in here? I don't think I do. I don't even want this one. There's a lot of catfish stuff. Yeah, we don't need none of this. You can go in my truck with that. Oh, that's the one I just put over there, damn it. Get rid of that. Is that all of them? It is all of them. It's never fit so well in there. Right, there's been a ton of soft plastic that's been sitting on this whole time. Okay. We got a little more trash. Let's see, what's the next step? Let's get anything that's not staying in the boat out. So these two things in my crappie bag. Everything else is staying. I guess this GoPro I randomly found. Also not going to stay. But let's see what else. So that I'm going to toss down over there. It needs to be washed. I think that's about it. Set this down outside the boat to make my brain feel better. we got some more trash to put away. So we're gonna do that. We'll sit right here. Start with the fishing line. This is most of the way. That's really high up there. Shrink it on down. So, is that close enough? I think it's fine right there. We'll say that's fine for now. Then we'll clean out the trash can after we get all this stuff. Okay. Damn, that mosquito. Yep. Now we'll do the trash can. Usually end up with a few catfish rigs that we end up snagging. It's always fun. Seem to be consistently staying at 5 people. Only 2 have ever chatted. Trash cans cleaned out. Dad's home. Okeechobee, Florida, passing through. Appreciate it. Appreciate you for stopping by. SWC, Florida. I believe I've seen you in other live stream chats before. gave these to me also. Yeah, there's this and then one smaller one. Bring this back over here. We're gonna lift it on back up. Actually, let me that. So many different leg parts on this thing. I think that right there is good. Scoop it in there a little better. What are you doing, Nub? Alright. Now we're good. See other stuff that doesn't go on the boat. This. And these. 18%. We get 30%. I'll put the mics back on. Now, this could be a fishing line. This could be my day bag. No, I got too much fishing line. Okay, we're gonna start by putting. There we go. That's right. I'm gonna put some more line on this one. Square bill set up. Just putting some more 12-pound covert essential on there. Pretty solid line. I think my favorites, which I haven't used 12-pound yet, is the Cast King. What's it called? It's the Covert Extreme. Need to try that on my square bill setup. Low memory. Especially, I think I've only used it in 17 pounds so far. Maybe 15. I think I did get another one. Covert Elite's really good, but I think they discontinued it. I need to get that Cast King thing, or that, probably the Berkeley thing. That'd make it so much easier. Go back to this method right here. There's more line left on here than I thought. But you do break off a lot fishing square bills, so this is the one that I usually end up replacing line on the most. Bang. I mean, if it's in your budget, this is one heck of a reel right here. And if it's about $100 out of your budget, they also have the ALTI. I haven't used it yet, but basically the only difference is the frame and the drag star. Otherwise, it still has the titanium spool, same braking system, same 11 plus 1 ball bearings. Okay. Poke it through, spin around, and then you stick one end still here, comment 1. It says we have 4 people, but now it says we have 5, but now it says we have 6. But I don't really know how accurate that is. It's usually not that accurate. Anybody still here? I don't think so. Tape. I'm gonna get some duct tape real quick. I didn't see. Nice. Is a 40 bait square bill your favorite 40 bait lure? It is. For sure. Square bill is just my favorite bait in general, so it's hard to got stuff. Thought I had one. Okay. What are you barking at? Oh, what do we do? I'm gonna grab the small one first. Right there. Okay. That's the bait we're going to start with tomorrow. That is the Bill Lewis ATV 1.0, so it's a smaller square bill. Doesn't dive quite as deep. Seems to be what they were on last time. I'd rather throw the 40 baits one during the tournament anyways. Similar transparent pattern. Probably end up breaking it off tomorrow. Okay, that's one I just wanted to get out. It's the only one we're going to tie on right now. Now, start cleaning up some stuff. Yeah, that's what it was right there. I missed. Now we're going to put fishing line in here. I keep the 12-pound extra for leaders. Why is there 2 strands? I guess it came up off the bottom. Okay. Right back down. Okay. That goes in there. This. I guess we'll put it in there too. Shine. Braid. More braid. All the time. Braid. This needs to stay in my trap. Doesn't have anything in it. I guess I can use that for braid. And there's my Texas rig weights. That's good to know. I don't remember breaking that. Okay, that goes there, that goes there, that. Nothing in there. Oh, there's a jig. Maybe I'll tie that on something. Don't know what. swim bait that I haven't thrown much. I do already have one of these tied on. And I'm not a huge fan of the 8-inch ones. They don't really run the best. Big old jerk bait. Where's your jig? Power bank. That's what we need to make sure we charge tonight. Another jerk bait that I'll probably tie on. What is this? Oh, that's right. Ghost skeleton. Where's your jig here? I need to keep that. Those two. What's attached to that? Please come stay in here. There's that. 40 baits black and blue swim jig. Put that away. There's one of those. No, that's a different thing. That doesn't go in here either. Blackberry tool. More which is a 20 pound. 6 also 20 pound. Okay, we'll spray this in here. Guess it just had no scent. That's nice.